Hello, hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic mod Spotlight. And I give you Bus-Trolley combo stations by Mr. Akira. Right, so we have Mr. Akira43 Bus-Trolley combo stations. This is a pack of 4 combined bus-trolley stations, all using advanced pathing to allow multiple vehicles to go in and out of the station at the same time. The pack includes, you can see the link to the video in the description. I will demonstrate how it works, what kind of stations do we have, and how everything looks like. Disclaimer, there's a lot of really nice mods out there and you should check them all out. Don't take my word for it, this is just something that I learned and it helped me really a lot and I want to share with you, so hopefully it's gonna be helpful for you. So let's get started. Okay, first we're gonna go with the trolley buses. We have comparison here with the normal trolley buses and the modded trolley buses. I'm gonna demonstrate both of them, how they work. We're gonna check out the prices, we're gonna see how they deal with the traffic issue. As you can see here on top of the screen, we have vanilla ones. They're causing a little bit of an issue. That is because these stations, they can accept only one vehicle, one by one vehicle go in one by one, and the other one doesn't come in until the one going to the same station is not turning around to unload. It works a little bit better when you have entrances from both sides, but when you come to the end of the line, unfortunately we don't have any other choices because vanilla is flawed. Vanilla should have given us more options for our stations, especially because this is highly unrealistic that trolley buses should turn like this. You can of course make a circular route, which will be much better, well, much more realistic, but unfortunately we don't have the dead end or the last station in this game that you either have circular or none, so you're gonna have issues like this, and one of these stations will never gonna be used if you have this kind of setup. The same thing applies on the other side, but unfortunately, well, I created this just for demonstrational purposes, that if you create a circular road, they will continue going straight forward. They're gonna be a little bit more realistic. Now, vanilla. Sorry, modded ones. Modded ones, they don't have it, they go in and out smoothly. They have each station has a dedicated number of slots or spots where they can be parked. I believe that these can count as 2 as well, or they can go there at the same time. This one is 4 slots, this one is 2, we have another 2, but this one has 2 one-way entrances. You don't have to use one-way entrances, and heads up, don't use one-way entrances, so you could... Sorry, this is a trolley bus because you can't really decide on one way with trolley buses, sorry about that, but you can with the... You can see that here trolley bus route cannot be one way, but you can with the buses, but that can cause some issues. We're gonna come to that when we get to the buses. So this is much more smoother, much better, much more realistic, and in my eyes, I haven't used the vanilla trolley bus stops for a while and I don't intend to. Okay, so let's see how they compare price-wise. So if we go to our road network and we're gonna go for our trolley bus station, because we're only comparing stations, there's nothing else we can compare. We're gonna go for one trolley bus station, we're gonna compare it to our 4 trolley bus stations that we have in vanilla, that we have as a mod. The only comparable in size and the directions that they enter would be these 2. Compared to the price, this one is 1,300, that would be vanilla, and then you have this one 3,500, which is modded one. So it's much more expensive, the modded one, so heads up on that. As well, as you go bigger, they go up in price as well, and it's much more expensive. So quite realistic in my books. Okay, let's move on to buses. Okay, we have a little bit more options with the buses, and this is a little bit of a demonstration how it doesn't have anything about dissing vanilla. Vanilla is perfectly fine in my books, I like vanilla. This is just that vanilla station that has 2 entrances, doesn't mean that you can pass through them if that station is not their next stop. So these buses, all of them want to go to the next station, that would be this one. I intentionally selected the last stop to be, excuse me, the first stop to be next one, so they would have to go from the first one to the last one. Unfortunately, they can't, because they cannot use a station as a pass-through. Now, if we try and select them, I have a specific bus vanilla line here. If I select that they go after the last one over here, that they go to the first one, this issue will be resolved. They will be able to enter on one side and exit on the other one. If I go and tell them to go there, you can see that they already selected it. So technically you can bypass this if the buses have this as the next station and they can exit on the other side. They're gonna smooth this out, but again, this is not going to be easy, because vanilla has a big problem that one bus waits for the other to enter as to not cause collision. The other ones, they do the same, they don't cause collisions, but they can smoothly go in and out. With these stations, it's really hard to have such a thing. We will let this pass and we will see how it's gonna work out on the other side for now, but I'm gonna demonstrate the bus stops. Disclaimer, I am not 100% sure if Modder updated this, because I have multiple mods installed. I have one station that is different. I'm not really sure if it fits in this mod. I believe it does, because it has the same models. The modder said that there are 4 stations for trolley buses, 4 stations for buses, but here I have 5 stations and they look quite the same. I apologize if I'm mistaking these, but you can see here that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They have same iconography, so I'm guessing that they are from the same set, that they are just being upgraded. Okay, you can also read more details about this in the description of the video. You can see that these bus stations, they are going much more smoothly. There's no delays, there's no issues. They are going one by one. They are pushing each other out. Not really pushing each other out, but they are going out, in and out quite smoothly. So I'm really a big fan of this mod. Okay, let's compare how the bus stops are compared to vanilla ones. So we're gonna go for 2 vanilla bus stations that we have over here, and then we're gonna go for 5 modded bus stations. We have 6 one, we have 4, 2, and 2, and we have also 2, the smallest one. Right, so we're gonna compare something like this. We have this one over here, the price is 3,500 rubles, while this one here, the angled one, is a little bit more expensive. This one here is probably the best comparable, and it's also a bit more expensive compared to the vanilla one, and the smallest one, well, actually this one is a little bit cheaper, but I think that should be more compared to something like a trolley bus station. By the way, trolley bus stations can be used by buses as well. Okay, the bigger station here we have is 9,500 euros. This is, sorry, rubles. 9,500 rubles, while the big station over here is 13,800. Again, a little bit more expensive. A little bit smaller one is 7,200, even though the smaller one has the same amount of spaces as the big one. It's a little bit, it has a little bit smaller footprint, as you can see here. So we have the smaller one. It says here X4, even though I have only 3 bus stops here. I think we are missing a bus stop for some reason, but anyway, this is more comparable to this one over here. Okay, let me show you what the issue is with this one in a second. Okay, so the vanilla one at least now works perfectly fine, as the other ones, modded ones, it is quite smooth. It's a little bit slower in my books, but this is something from my perspective. It doesn't mean anything else. It is a little bit smaller. You can see that some buses are being blocked by the other ones, while these guys are just pushing each other out. They are quite, let's say, in open Balkan style, just push them out. Well, here we have already some kind of backlog, but that will be because of this station. Again, this station is the smaller one from vanilla, is quite slow, and mods all the way in my books, they are pricier, they are better, they are just, in my books, they're just better. I have been using these bus stations for a long time, having been using vanilla ones for a exactly long time as well. So this is something that I recommend. If you guys like it, you should check it out. Right, I think that's it. This is a small mod spotlight. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and see you in the next one. Bye bye. Oh, if you want to support the channel, description of the video. Bye bye.